he's just a freshman. So I mean that's to be expected. What's been your experience in watching him? What stood out to you for better or worse? And just what do you think kind of the need is for him going into a game tomorrow like the one that he's walking into?
So what he showed me prior to Arizona, my biggest thing that I would say to everybody that would ask is like, I am so impressed by this kid's poise. Like he doesn't have those freshman freakouts, right? Where you see something you've never seen before, or you feel overwhelmed and and you just do something dumb. Well, that reared its head a couple times. He had a fumble. He had both his interceptions were, I think, ill-advised. One was definitely ill-advised. It was it was a mishandled shotgun snap. He escapes out the pocket. He's wide open out there. Half his team doesn't know what's going on. They're not off the ball. And rather than just throwing it over the down marker, he tries to throw it downfield for an interception. The other one was he was just late to an outbreaking, to an intermediate or a deeper outbreaking route, which that's one wasn't so much as a freak out. And then lastly, like his close game down in the fourth quarter, BYU's closing in. Luckily, they got their ball back to tie it, but I can't remember if it was second last or third to last. And just simply the ball got away from his chest a little bit, right? He's normally very good about being high and tight, and I think just the moment got to him a little bit. So, but prior to that, I was going to say, but that said, so what? But so that's maybe a little. That's probably the only negative I can point to because he passed every test up to that point in Arizona, and Arizona exposed a few weaknesses. However, Arizona also exposed a strength, and that is I don't care how it looks. I don't care if people are going to point to the fact that I had 10 passing yards in the fourth quarter and overtime. I don't care if they're going to say I was 1-6 when it came into crunch time. Bottom line was, I got that team together. We put first downs together and touchdowns, and when it came down to it, did what was necessary to get in the end zone. Whether that's through run checks and him handing it off, or whether that's him calling his own number and using that big 235-pound frame to continue to move the ball downfield until he willed it over the goal line. So that's another thing that I love, so especially in today's athletics. Like I love about him is like he does not seem at all to care how it looks, and that speaks to his unflappability. Like all that he cares about is the numbers on the scoreboard, and man, I couldn't ask for anything more in a QB.